My name is Ava. I'm 32 years old, and for the longest time, I thought I had it all. I was sitting at our kitchen table, my fingers wrapped tightly around my coffee cup, waiting. I don't know why, but something in my gut told me that when he walked through that door, everything was going to change. And when he did, it wasn't his usual tired smile or the familiar murmur of, "Hey, babe," that greeted me. Number he smelled different, familiar, yet off. It wasn't his cologne. It was something else, something I couldn't quite place, and in that moment, I knew. My heart stopped. The man I thought I knew, he was still in love with her. Before all of this, life was simple, stable, perfect even. We had a rhythm, a routine. I'd wake up to the sound of his voice calling me from the bathroom, his laughter bouncing off the walls of our small, cozy apartment. It was the little things, the way he would kiss the top of my head when I passed him in the kitchen, or how we'd stay up late talking about nothing. I thought we were invincible. I thought we'd built a life that could withstand anything. We'd been together for 8 years, married for 5, the kind of couple that everyone envied. I didn't question our love. How could I? He was my best friend, my soulmate, the father of my daughter. Every Sunday we'd make pancakes together as a family, and life was good. Until one evening, it wasn't. It started with the phone. It always starts with the phone, doesn't it? At first, it was small things. Him leaving it on silent when he used to leave the ringer on. Then it was him becoming glued to the screen, eyes darting quickly over messages I couldn't see. I didn't say anything at first. I told myself I was just being paranoid, that maybe he was busy with work. But then I saw it. One evening, as I was unloading the dishwasher, I heard the ping of his text notifications. I tried not to look, but I couldn't help it. And there it was. "Can't wait to see you tonight." My breath hitched in my throat. A pit formed in my stomach. I couldn't breathe. I thought maybe I had misread it, so I replayed it in my head again and again. But it didn't change. Those words were there, and they weren't meant for me. I couldn't keep it in anymore. That night, after our daughter was in bed, I confronted him. The silence that hung between us was suffocating. His face went pale, and his eyes darted away. "Emma, what's wrong with you?" he asked, almost dismissively. "It's just work. Stop being so paranoid." But I wasn't paranoid. I wasn't imagining things. My hands shook as I held up his phone bill, those texts over and over again. The same name kept showing up. I wasn't crazy. I knew who she was. Her name was Sarah. I knew her, or at least I thought I did. She was a colleague of his, someone I'd met at company events, someone I'd even considered a friend. And now she was taking my place. I couldn't process it. I wanted to scream, to cry, but all that came out was a whisper. "How long, Tom? How long has this been going on?" His silence spoke louder than anything he could have said. I don't know how long I stayed awake that night, sitting on the edge of our bed. The moonlight was dim through the window, but it felt like the entire world was watching. I could hear Tom's breathing beside me, slow and steady, but every breath he took felt like a betrayal. He was still asleep. I wasn't. I locked myself in the bathroom at 3 a.m. and let the tears come. I cried until my face was raw, until my throat burned and my body ached. It wasn't just the betrayal. It was the way everything felt like it was slipping through my fingers, like the life we'd built together was a house of cards I couldn't save. I wanted to scream, but what would it change? Would it bring him back to me? He wasn't coming back. Not in the way I needed him to. I couldn't even look at him the next morning. The man who once held my heart had shattered it, and I had no idea how to pick up the pieces. So here I am now. It's been months, but nothing feels the same. He's gone. Physically, he's still here, but emotionally, he's already chosen her. I don't know what to do anymore. Every day I question myself. Was I not enough? Was it me? Did I do something wrong? Or was I always just a placeholder until she came along? I don't have answers. I don't know if he'll change. I don't even know if I want him to. All I know is that right now I'm just trying to survive. For myself, for our daughter, because I refuse to let this define me. I refuse to let him define me. If you felt connected to this story, if you've ever been where I am right now, please like, share, and subscribe. There are more stories like this one, stories about love, loss, and healing. Maybe one day we'll all find the answers we're searching for.